What's up, traders? Another one here from the Dark Side family. And in this video, I'm gonna go deep on something that I really hope is gonna trigger something in you guys. Um, Again, this is the way I see things. This is the way I explain it to my team. And this statement right here that you guys have probably heard me make a million times. It's not if it works, it's when it works. Let me try my best to try to describe what I mean by that. And if you are watching this video, good for you, man, because you're gonna get a lot of value from this, and I promise you, this is gonna just watch. All right, now, when I say it's not if it works, it's when it works. What I'm trying to explain to you guys is the idea of strategy and smart money and Fibonacci's and trend lines and all this. And then this is the same comparison that I make. When I'm teaching my team. You know, you have to think about things very simply sometimes. I know that they try to make these charts look cool with all these crazy markups and all this, rocket science, but we're trading a two-dimensional market that literally goes up and down. Relax. As it's so much. It has nothing to do with any of that, but that's what sells. That's what looks, as if you are superior to somebody else, So what the thing is this, guys, when you're thinking about trading, right? And I'm going to do it very, very simply, okay? Let's just say that smart money concepts, okay? Let's call smart money concepts, we're going to call it an H, a hammer, okay? Like the tool that you use, a hammer, okay? Now, if you're a mechanic, okay, and this is a very, very primitive example, but I think it'll be easy for you to kind of make the comparison and allow it to click in your head, okay? If smart money concepts is a hammer, okay? The tool that's a hammer, you bang in nails and stuff like that. And you're a mechanic, all right? Every day, you make your money fixing cars. That's what mechanic does. Now, a lot of times, it's very good to have a hammer depending on the car that you're fixing and the issue. One car drives up, and today this car maybe the car it got into an accident, okay? Maybe the car got into an accident and the bumper needs to be fixed, okay? You can use the hammer on this day to fix the bumper, no problem. That's the exact tool that you need to face today's problem, okay? Which was the car that got into an accident that has a damaged bumper that needs to be fixed, okay? You can use the hammer. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so when the market presents a problem like this, okay, we'll call this a problem, or you can call it a setup. When the market presents a problem or a setup where a hammer, which fixed the car, is going to work and smart money concepts is going to work, it's going to work that day. It's going to work that day because you're using the correct tool to fix the situation. You're using the actual correct concept or strategy to face that day's situation in the market. You see, that's why everything works sometimes. Some days you need a hammer. If for example, if let's say that retail trading, okay, and we'll just call it let's call it Fibonacci. That's a famous retail thing. If you're talking about fib levels, okay, and we'll say that fib levels are an air pump, okay, so we'll call it an AP, an air pump. Now, listen, if you're a mechanic, right, and all you're doing it, and you're trading just Fibonacci, that's your style, and your mechanic shop, all you have is an air pump, all right? When this car pulls up with the damaged bumper, you're not going to be able to fix that car. That's not your day to win. It's not your day to make any money. You're going to have to tell that car, sorry, I can't help you. I can't make money today in the market. You're going to have to tell this scenario, sorry, I can't help you. I can't make money. Because remember, it wasn't Fib's day to win that day, okay? If this was the scenario or price break structure, here's the Fibonacci level, here's 61.8, and then it does this and it goes against you into the smart money zone. It wasn't 61.8, it wasn't Fibonacci's day to win that day. It doesn't work because you were just, using an air pump. You can't fix this problem. You can't fix this scenario. Trading Fibonacci. It was a smart money day. That's where you needed that hammer like we spoke about. Now, let's say the next day, again, you've got your shop open and you're trading what? You're trading Fibonacci. Okay, we'll just call it an F. And you've got your air pump with you. Okay, that's all you've got. You got a mechanic shop. You got one tool. You have an air pump. Okay. Now you have a car that pulls up, right? And this car has a nail in the tire. Perfect. This is your situation. This is excellent for you because you have an air pump. You can fix this tire and fill it up with air. You can make money that day. It's your day to win. The correct car pulled up and gave you your opportunity to win that day, to make money. So you have a situation where price breaks structure, hits 61.8. What do? Wait for bearish engulfing or whatever it is you like to see, maybe double top, and you use your tool. You do what you do. You use your air pump, you fix the tire, you trade 61.8, it goes your way. And that's because it was your day to win. You understand? If you're an order block trader and your order block is up here, your order block never got hit because it wasn't your day to win. The car that pulled in had a flat tire. If you're trading smart money, there is nothing you can do with a hammer to fix a flat tire. You need an air pump. It's not your day to win. It's not your day to make money. So if you're using the hammer and you're using smart money, and this is not your setup to win, it's not for you. Everybody has to win some days. That's how it is. That's what it is. Because if not, nobody would ever trade Fibonacci anymore. So then they couldn't trap you when they wanted to. If people that, if smart money concepts didn't win, then they couldn't, same thing. Then they couldn't trap you. And how often does this happen where your smart money concept order block gets hit and takes you out? You see, the problem is people try to continue to use the same things for every situation. You cannot open a mechanic shop with only a hammer and think that you're going to be able to make money in that mechanic shop. Just like you cannot trade the Forex market with smart money concepts and think you're going to make money every day with smart money concept. You're not. What you're doing is you're limiting yourself when you trade smart money or fib or trend line or supply and demand or any of these things. That's all you're doing. You're limiting yourself because essentially you're just waiting for the right car to pull up and hope that you have the tool to fix it. Now think about how stupid this is, okay? Imagine this. That's what you do for a living. You sit there with your smart money concept hammer and you just wait for the right car to pull up with a dent in the bumper that you can fix. And you call yourself a trader and you call that a career. Don't you see how you're gambling? You're gambling on the fact that you hope a car pulls in with a dented bumper. And I know it might seem a little silly the way I'm making this analogy, but that's how you literally have to think about it. Isn't that stupid? I mean, how could you call that yourself a trader or a market analyzer or a trend specialist or any of the stuff that they're calling it? Isn't that ridiculous? And then you know what's even more funny? The fact that they keep selling you guys hammers and telling you that they're, oh, well, this hammer is made out of alloy. That's one smart money concept, of course. Well, no, you got to go to this guy because his hammer is made out of metal and his is made out of titanium. They're selling you the same fucking tool and calling you different things, but it's still not going to fix the issue when somebody pulls up with a hole in their tire and they need air. It don't matter how many different smart money concept hammers you have. It's never going to work. It's not your day to work. You understand? And that's actually how the market moves, and that's how strategies are created, manipulated, and then destroyed. That's what happens because it's not your day. And you have to learn that it's not if it works. Hammers work. Let's be serious. A hammer works. It's not if it works, it's when it works. A hammer works. When you have a nail, okay, that you're trying to put into a piece of wood, that hammer is the best tool for it. It's going to work. But you know what? The Fibonacci, the air pump is not going to work when you face that situation. So don't you think that it's, I don't want to say stupid, but don't you think that it's very, very silly to think that one tool is superior to the other? How could a hammer be superior to an air pump? How could the smart money concepts be superior to Fibonacci? How? Because it doesn't make sense. When you need a hammer, you need a hammer. When you need an air pump, you need an air pump. When you need a fib, you need a fib. When you need an order block, you need an order block. None of them are better than the other. No matter how much they try to advertise it to you and sell it to you with the the ICDs and the WWGs and all that, they can market it all they want. But if it's not your day to win, it's not your day to win. And that's what happens when you trade strategy. So when you see me trading, and somebody said, oh, they mentioned, they made a comment in our video saying, oh, you're teaching this strategy, or they were talking about our entry model like this. And I was saying, yeah, that works when it's supposed to. And that's what it is. Like when you see us trading smart money concepts, when you see us using our hammer, it's because that's what you need that day. That's what the problem needs to be solved. You need a hammer. If you see us, trading a fib level or trading a trend line Well, I don't know why people don't think trend lines work. Trend lines have to work sometimes, otherwise nobody would trade them. So you need your trend lines. Let's call trend lines, let's call them a light bulb. Okay. If trend lines are a light bulb and a car pulls into your shop with a headlight, okay, the headlight bulb has went out. What are you going to do with an air pump? Nothing. What are you going to do with a hammer? Nothing. You need a light bulb, okay? That's what you need to fix that day. That's what that day's price action suggests. That's what you need. Okay, so if the trend line is a light bulb, I will trade this trend line all day long. All day long. Because that's what that day's problem, that's what it needed to be fixed. Okay, I don't know really how else to say it, but I hope you guys are able to pick up what I'm trying to put down here. Each day is unique, and until you learn, not only do you need to understand every single strategy in and out, front to back. That's why we laugh when people say we don't know how to trade smart money. Yeah, we don't know how to use a hammer. Correct, exactly. That's just so ignorant. You need to understand every single strategy in and out to even think that you want to survive in this market. Okay? That's just to survive. Now, if you want to thrive and actually make money, then you got to learn a lot more. Then you got to study price action. You got to understand the anatomy of every little piece of price action, every candle. Okay? Then when you want to go deeper and you want to actually make this a career, you have to start to understand emotion. Emotion is probably the most important part of trading, because think about what emotion does, even in these examples. Emotion, okay? There's only certain things, okay, that are going to work in certain times, but the idea of it happening is what everybody has in their head. That's the emotion. That's the person that's standing in front of their garage and there's today's the day. I'm going to have a car pull in with a dent. I'm going to get to use my hammer. That emotion is what drives everybody, because as soon as they see a car, or a setup, as soon as they see something that even looks similar to a car with a damaged bumper, they're going to want to fix it. They're going to do it. So as soon as you guys even see something, anything that even looks like a scenario, and you know what the market does, it shows you everything. It'll show you this. It'll show you 61.8, and it'll show you the order block. So as soon as you guys see something that even looks close to what you want to see, which is your emotion kicking in, what do? You immediately get in the market. You immediately take 61.8, you lose. You immediately take the order block, you lose, because the emotion part is there. And that, my friends, is so much more than any concept, any strategy, any idea. And the only way you're going to understand that is through screen time, back testing, putting in the work, and working with the right people. That's what we do on our team. Okay, we don't trade silly strategies, and we don't look into all this. We understand all of that stuff, guys, and that's why we say dark side is for people who are tired of doing everything right but still being wrong. In other words, you understand smart money. It's not that damn hard. You get it, but you're doing everything right, but you're still being wrong. They're getting taken out because you're not knowing when to use it. Fibonacci is not very hard, guys. Draw it from the high to the low. Look for the favorable points. That's fine. It's not hard to use it, but you have to know when to use it. Otherwise, it's never going to work. Same thing. What do we say? The light bulb right here, the trend lines. Trend lines are easy to draw and identify, and they work, but you have to know when to use them. It's not if they work, it's when they work. And that's trading, guys. That's trading. You understand? It's far deeper. When you think about trading, okay? Another comparison, because this is the only way. I'm not a teacher. This is the only way I know how to explain things. If you're a fighter, okay, if you're a boxer, you have to think about what your opponent's doing every day, right? If you were a boxer, you couldn't come out and fight the same way every single time, because if you did, somebody's going to know what you're doing and somebody's going to knock your ass out. You have to learn to adapt every fight. Okay, just like we adapt every single day, we adapt to the market conditions. That's why we say identify, adapt, attack. Same thing a fighter does. He identifies your weakness, he adapts to it, and then he attacks you. That's why you cannot face things the same way every time. Just like a fighter can't face opponents the same way every time. They're going to identify what you're good at, they're going to adapt to it, and they're going to change their strategy, and they're going to attack you. You see, that's what it's all about, guys. Trading is war. It's war. You need to know what your enemy is doing, and you need to hide what you're doing from them. Otherwise, they're going to eat you alive. And if you think trading strategies imbalances and order blocks and supply and demand and support and resistance and trend lines and all these things. If you think that, you're not hiding from your opponent is the algorithm. Okay, the algorithm knows all those little tricks. Trust me, it understands that you like to maybe jab with your left, swing with your right. It knows all that. That's why it continues to whoop your ass. No matter how many times they dress it up and call it something different, you're doing the same thing, and it knows that, guys. You cannot fix every problem using the same tools. You understand? And if you're still watching this, good for you, because you definitely just had a light bulb go off in your head, and you kind of see what we're getting at this point. No tool is superior to the other. No strategy is superior. When you need a hammer, that's all you need. When you need an air pump, that's all you need. It doesn't matter. You see? And that's actually what trading is. And if your style of trading is to just sit in your garage and you're like a mechanic and just hope that a car pulls up with a flat tire every day because all you have is an air pump, all you have is Fibonacci, all you have is retail, good luck, man. And if you want to just trade smart money concepts and hope it's your day to be able to use your hammer and think that you're a successful mechanic or a successful trader, that's fine too. To each their own. What's popular right now is hammer. Everybody's got a shop open with a hammer, and that's why everybody just keeps getting destroyed in the market. So again, it's not if it works, it's when it works, guys. Trading is so much deeper than strategy or candlesticks or sessions. You can trade Asia, you can trade London, you could trade New York. It doesn't matter. When the car pulls up, given the right scenario, when that car pulls up with the air that needs an air pump with a flat tire, it doesn't matter what session it pulls up in. We know what's going to fix it. It's only one thing that's going to fix it. It's going to be that air pump. There's only one thing that's going to make this trade work. It's going to be Fibonacci, because it was their day to win. So again, I hope y'all get some value out of this. This is kind of like this is kind of a peek into dark side. This is the kind of stuff that we talk about. These are the theories that we discuss amongst our team, and it's just different over here, man. We're small, we're mighty, and we're not going anywhere. And this is how we do things, man. So I really hope y'all got some value out of this one, and we'll talk to you soon.